Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba initin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
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 Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot, mga katropa at kabangers. Tayo ituturo sa inyong mga One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay niyo, mga kagamers? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na! Barangay, pangunahing ngunit ng pamahalang lokal kung saan dito pinag-uusapan ang bawat sinulog ng mga residente ng bawat barangay. Dito rin pinag-uusapan ng mga piling hanggang na opisyal na barangay ang mga proyekto para sa kanilang barangay. Kumustahin natin ang panunungkulan ni Kapitan dito sa Dalo Barangay sa Millennial Online TV Worldwide, ang katropa ng bawat barangay.
At tinatapos ang ating pagpupulong. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo at tapos na po ang ating session. Enjoy na po tayo.
Now, we are
Talakayin. Biggest destruction of dangerous drugs worth 1.
Rebisahin, opinyon, malawaking, aksyonan. Kasama si Rosel Lopez, ang inyong katropa sa pagbabalita. Dito lang sa Millennial Online TV. Tutok na, mga katropa!
Ang oras na hudyat, alas 6:48 ng gabi, Philippine Standard Time. At ngayon po ay araw ng Huwebes, ika-23 po ng buwan ng Nobyembre taong 2023. Samba po ng sektang Iglesia ni Cristo. At ngayon po isa sa inyong programang Tropa. At syempre ako pa rin ninyo magiging kasama, ka-jamming, kakosa, Rosel Lopez. Aba, alam niyo naman mga katropa, medyo tayo ginabi. No, wala talagang gano'n. Kinakailangan talaga nating, dali lang, ha? May hinahanap lang ho tayo. Pasensya na kayo. No? Dali lang. Sandali lang. Ito medyo, ha? Dali, ha? Alam niyo mga kaibigan, ang dami nating inaayos kasi sa araw-araw, kaya medyo pasensya na kayo kung medyo nalelate po tayo, no? Wala talagang ganon dahil hindi naman po pwedeng no? Ayun, ayun, sandali lang. Oo, ayan, dali lang. Ayan, ha? Dali lang. Okay, sa mga kaibigan, ngayon po ay araw nga ng Huwebes at sa inyo na ang programang Talakayin, Rebisahin, Opinyon, Palawakin, Aksyonan, Tropa. Nga pa, ako inyong magiging kasama, Rosel Lopez at sa ating technical side, si Mr. J. Okay mga kaibigan, ngayon po ay nga mamaya tutungay natin. Napansin nyo ang ating panahon, medyo maaraw no, pero itong hapon ay medyo parang umambon. Ayan lang po ay dala po ng amihan, no, kaya may ambon ng konti. At mamaya alamin natin sa T.R.O.P.A PagAsa, lagay ng panahon para po malaman natin dapat ba tayong mag-ingat, lalo na yung mga nasa tabing dagat, no, mga mangingisda natin. Meron bang low pressure area o LPA sa ating PA o Philippine Area of Responsibility o PAR? Mamaya malalaman po natin yan sa T.R.O.P.A PagAsa sa pagulat po ng ating isa sa weather specialist po doon sa T.R.O.P.A PagAsa. At kung maalala nyo po noon ay meron tayong itinampok sa inyo yung pong part 1 na ginawang pagdinig ng Senado tungkol po dito sa mga budget deliberation. Nga mamaya po yung part 2. Yung part 2, ikukuha natin yung part 2. Kasama na rin yata doon yung about sa bukod sa budget deliberation, yung mga sangay ng ating gobyerno. Mamaya lang po yan. At siyempre po magandang gabi po sa ating mga taga-subaybay, no, na nakikinig po dito sa ating sa programang T.R.O.P.A. Siyempre dito lang sa Millennial Online TV, no. Medyo pagpapasensya na kayo dahil talaga namang minsan ginagabi ho tayo, pero minsan naman maaga naman tayo dahil siyempre marami tayong mga inaasikaso, marami tayong inaayos, kaya medyo nalilate po tayo ng ano. Pero sa ngayon po flexible time pa ho tayo, kaya medyo medyo kahit gabihin tayo, okay lang, no? At syempre po magandang gabi rin sa ating mga ka-gunners doon po sa ating One Gun Pilipinas, no? Sa pangunguna po ng ating mga admin doon, sina Corexman at syempre si Kuya AJ Maghinang ngayon. At yung December 10, mga ka-gunners, yung ating meet and greet diyan po sa may MOA. Magkita-kits po tayo ron. At siyempre po, wala pa ako nakikita sa monitor ko. Yung pala, si Lecro pa lang ang nakikita ko. Yung iba bakit ba gano'n? Hindi ko nakikita pa. Siguro sa signal ho yun. Okay lang. At anyway po, at ang batch sa 85 ng Arellano University Elises Guerra High School ay magkakaroon po ng alumni ng tawag doon, alumni po. Sa March, may bandang March pa naman, matagal pa. So, siyempre, kinakailangan na ng preparasyon. Hindi naman basta igasagawa yung alumni na yan. Kasi mo, 85, 95, 2005, no? 3 dekada na. 3 dekada na nakaraan po. Yung magkikita-kita kami ng aking mga kabats noong high school. Iba natin kung ano na, siyempre, mga estado sa buhay doon, magtatanungan yan. Kaso, ayun, ito, mahirap pa rin tayo. Kaya may siya nakakahiyan dumalo dyan sa mga reunion na ganyan. Well, anyway, di ba, talagang ganun. Kung ano ko, di siyempre, pupunta ko, yun ako, ano magagawa ko? Hindi ako sinuwerte sa buhay, di ba? Ganun lang. Magandang gabi po sa ating mga kabatchmate ng Elises Guerra High School, batch 85. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Lalo na yung mga tatawagin na natin dyan, mga bossing. Siyempre, mga malayo na ho narating nila. Kaya bossing ang itatawag natin. Okay, so mga kaibigan, alas 6:53 na ng gabi. Oras sa buong kapuluan. Pero huwag na nating patagalin at itulungin na po natin yung pong lagay ng ating panahon buhat sa T.R.O.P.A PagAsa, di ba? Para naman natin. So mga kaibigan, panoorin po natin. Yung pong lagay ng ating panahon buhat sa T.R.O.P.A PagAsa, di ba? Para naman natin. So mga kaibigan, panoorin po natin.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ngayon ay araw ng Webes, November 23, 2023 at narito magiging lagay ng panahon para sa buong maghapon at sa mga susunod pang mga araw. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Sa kasalukuyan ay patuloy nang umiiral itong northeast monsoon o yung hanging amihan sa may northern central Luzon at dahil pa rin sa salubungan ng hanging amihan at ng easterlies o yung mainit na hangin na nagmumula sa Karagatang Pasipiko ay meron pa rin nabubuong shear line dito naman sa may bahagi ng Southern Luzon at magdadala ito ng mga ulap na kalangitan ng mga kalat-kalat na mga pag-ulan sa may bahagi ng Bicol Region and sa may Palawan area, green din sa may Quezon. And as early as this morning, meron tayo namamataan ng mga cloud clusters sa labas ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility sa may kanluran ng Palawan. Bagamat hindi pa ito low pressure area, ngunit patuloy natin itong monitor sa mga susunod na mga oras at magpapalabas tayo ng mga rainfall advisories and thunderstorm advisories tuwing makaka-apekto ito sa namang bahagi ng ating kalupaan. Gayun din, ngayong umaga meron tayo namamataan ng mga cloud clusters sa may silangan ng Southern Luzon at sa may Northern Samar area. Kaya naman pinag-iingat pa rin yung ating mga kababayan dyan dahil bagamat hindi natin maasahan ang tuloy-tuloy ng mga pag-ulan sa may Northern Samar, dahil na rin inulan yung area na ito sa mga nakaraang araw, ay posible pa rin yung mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. At para naman sa magiging lagay ng panahon ngayong araw sa Kalakhang Luzon, asahan natin ang maulap na kalangitan na may mahihinang pag-ulan o pag-ambon sa may bahagi ng Northern Luzon, partikular sa may Batanes, Cagayan, Isabela at sa may Apayao, dahil pa rin yan sa epekto ng hanging amihan. At dito naman sa may Bicol Region, Quezon at sa may Palawan, naasahan din ang maulap na kalangitan na may kalat-kalat ng mga pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog. Dulot naman nito ng shear line o yung salubungan nga ng hangin mula sa hanging amihan at yung easterlies. At sa nalalabing bahagi ng Luzon, bahagyang maulap hanggang sa maulap yung kalangitan, yung hanging amihan ay patuloy na nakaka-apekto at magdadala ng mga pag-ambon sa may Northern at Central Luzon. At dito naman sa Metro Manila and most of Southern Luzon and T.R.O.P.A area, inaasahan natin na possible naman magkaroon ng mga thunderstorms. Agwat ng temperatura sa may Lawag na sa 21 to 32 degrees Celsius, sa may Tuguegarao 22 to 28, Baguio City 15 to 24, Metro Manila 24 to 32, sa may Tagaytay 22 to 29, sa may Legazpi, Puerto Princesa at sa may Kalayaan Islands ay nasa 24 to 31 degrees Celsius. At para naman sa magiging lagay ng panahon sa Kalakhang, Visayas at Mindanao, asahan ang bagyang maulap hanggang sa maulap na kalangitan na may mga pulo-pulong mga pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog dulot ng mga localized thunderstorms. Although hindi nga natin inaalis yung possibility ng mga severe thunderstorm events at maaaring magdala pa rin ng mga pagbaha, especially sa mga areas sa may Eastern Visayas kung saan nakaranas sa malalakas na mga pag-ulan ng mga nakaraang araw. Kaya patuloy na pinag-iingat yung ating mga kababayan dito sa may bahagi ng Visayas at Mindanao tuwing magkakaroon ng mga severe thunderstorm events. Agwat ng temperatura sa may Iloilo at Metro Cebu na sa 27 to 32 degrees Celsius, sa may Tacloban 26 to 31, sa may Cagayan de Oro 25 to 32 at dito naman sa may Zamboanga City at sa may Metro Davao ay nasa 25 to 34 degrees Celsius. At para naman sa lagay ng ating karagatan, sa ngayon ay wala tayong nakataas na gale warning sa namang baybayin ng ating bansa, malayang mga kapalaot, yung ating mga kababayang mga isda at may maliliit na sasakyang pandagat. Iba yung pag-iingat lamang sa mga papalaot sa lahat ng baybayin ng Luzon dahil maaari pa rin makaranas ang katamtaman hanggang sa mataas sa mga pag-alon dulot ng hanging amihan. At para naman sa ating 3-day weather outlook simula bukas, araw ng Biyernes, hanggang sa weekends, inaasahan natin na dito sa Metro Manila bukas ay patuloy na mairal itong hanging amihan at sa weekends naman ay possible na rin magkaroon ng mga localized thunderstorms. At dito naman sa may bahagi ng Baguio City, patuloy yung pag-iral ng hanging amihan hanggang sa araw ng Sabado na magdadala ng maulap na kalangitan na may hinang pag-ulan o pag-ampon. At pagdating naman ng Linggo, magkakaroon na rin mga thunderstorms dito sa may Baguio City and most of the Cordilleras. At dito naman sa may bahagi ng Bicol Region, Visayas at Mindanao, asa naman bahagi maulap hanggang sa maulap yung kalangitan at may mga tsansa pa rin ng mga isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Agwat ng temperatura sa Metro Manila ay nasa 24 to 33 degrees Celsius, sa Baguio City ay 15 to 24, sa may Legazpi ay nasa 25 to 33 degrees Celsius, sa may Metro Cebu ay nasa 26 to 33, at dito naman sa may Metro Davao ay 25 to 34 degrees Celsius. At ang aring araw ay sisikat ngayong 6:01 ng umaga at lulubog naman mamayang 5:24 ng gabi. At para sa karagdagang updates, lalong-lalo na sa mga thunderstorm and rainfall advisories, ugaling bisitahin ang ating social media accounts, DUST_PagAsa. At para sa karagdagang impormasyon, bisitahin ang ating website, pagasa.dust.gov.ph. At yan po muna ang latest mula dito sa PagAsa Weather Forecasting Center. Ito po si Patrick Del Mundo. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Okay, maraming salamat sa iyo, katropang Patrick Del Mundo. Nagatid po sa atin yan sa oras na eksakto alas 7 po ng gabi, oras sa buong kapuluan. At tuloy-tuloy lamang po tayo mga katropa dito po sa programang Tropa dito po sa Millennial Online TV, News and Updates. Rosel Lopez po at your service pa rin. At malinaw po sinabi ng ating weather forecaster. Okay, so yung mga kaibigan at tulad na sinabi ko sa inyo kanina ay si Bro Enteng Diaz, yung ating aspirant sa ating Seller 45 Eagles Media Organization na may nanonood. Magandang gabi sa iyo, Bro Enteng. Kuya Teng, yan po, isa po sa ating aspirant yan ng Eagle Media Organization na Seller 45 ng the Fraternal Order of Eagles. Okay mga kaibigan, tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo sa ating programa at yun nga, tulad na sinabi ko sa inyo ay itunghay natin yung part 2 ng ginawang pagdinig ng Senado para nalalaman din natin, updated tayo sa mga nangyayari sa ating bansa tungkol po kahit sa budget ng mga sangay ng gobyerno, ano ang kulang, sino-sino ang kanila pinondohan, ano-anong ahensya, at least malalaman natin. Kaya lumapit tayo sa isang sangay ng gobyerno, hindi po pwedeng wala kasi may pondo, may budget ho yan. Yun ang ibig natin sabihin dyan. So mga kaibigan, huwag na natin patagalin, tukoy natin at panoorin at pwede ho kayo magbigay ng inyong opinion dyan lang sa ating chat box at para maiparating natin sa kinaukulan. Narito po.
President, I'm a bit confused because a while ago, they were saying that there's an injunction. That's why they couldn't implement this very important measure that the Congress passed. Since I was still, perhaps during that time, I was in fact the youngest member of the House of Representatives, Madam President. So I thought it was because of the injunction, but now it appears that in 18 months, they can now implement. So I wonder what the injunction is all about. Is it a self-inflicted injunction, Madam President? But I will not belabor the issue considering that the minority leader will ask some questions. I just wanted to put that on record. I'm a bit confused, Madam President. But while waiting for our minority leader who just left outside, may I ask for a minute suspension, Madam President?
Session suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let's continue with our
Yes, Your Honor, please proceed.
proceedings under the suspended rules where the resource persons are directly testifying before the plenary. So may I ask the Customs Commissioner to take the seat, Mr. President. I will not be as detailed as Senator Tulfo because Senator Tulfo obviously has an informer who knows a lot about the Bureau of Customs. So whoever that person may be, ang sasabihin ko lang sa kanya, please continue to supply our sumbungan sa Senado of information so that we can continue to oversee the operations and the decision-making processes of the Bureau of Customs. Yes, Mr. President. Senator.
Yes, the gentleman from Cavite, Senator Tolentino,
parliamentary inquiry with the permission of the good minority leader. When we suspend the rules, do we place the resource person under oath? We have the chair of the Committee on Rules presiding.
Not necessarily, Your Honor, but if the gentleman would like to make a motion, we can do so if you want, Your Honor. But it is not necessary because we assume the resource person respect the Senate as an institution, Your Honor.
And considering this is not a committee hearing,
Yes.
they're in the plenary. The reason why I stated that, Your Honor, is because there were commitments made a while ago, 18
Yes.
months, and 18 months would include the next budgetary cycle. And when we come to the next budget hearing, with all due respect to our friends from the Bureau of Customs, we still have 6 months to go. So perhaps the chairperson of the Committee on Agriculture would be raising the same concern next year. So I submit to the.
It's our judgment call, but siguro I don't think we have to do this. We're talking about the budget anyway. But we expect forthright, factual, the honest answers from our resource persons.
Based on good faith. Based on good faith.
Yes, based on good faith.
Thank you.
Based on their oath, I think all of you took an oath of office, di ba?
Yes.
Before discharging your positions, all. Lahat kasi
Definitely.
itutuloy po natin ito. BIR will also be there, pati Insurance Commission. I will ask a question that, suspended rules tayo. You answer directly the questions, all of you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please proceed.
At any rate, na lang, side comment. No need to place them under oath. Wala naman dito si Senator Bato de la Rosa. So, wala rin namang ipapadetain sa kanila, Mr. President, kahit papano. So, pointless. We will not put them under oath, Mr. President. Best effort lang po. Just give us your best answers. We're discussing your budget. Ang Bureau of Customs ba po, ang pagpapatakbo nito is under a collegial leadership? As commissioner, do you dictate everything or do you decide on decisions as a collegial body?
I conduct execom. Good afternoon, Your Honor. I conduct execom every Monday, and I consult with my deputy commissioners, Your Honor, for my decisions.
How many deputy commissioners?
I have 6 plus 1 assistant commissioner, Your Honor.
Nawag, yung deputy lang. Deputy commissioner. 6? Nasa law yan? 6? Akala ko 2 lang.
I have 6, Your Honor.
6? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So this will be the leadership, pero the buck stops with you. When ikaw talaga who makes the decision sa BOC.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can we have the names of the 6 deputy commissioners?
For intelligence group, Your Honor, I have DEPCOM Juby Max Uy. For enforcement group, I have Attorney Teddy Rabal. For AOCG, Your Honor, I have Attorney Vener Bakiran.
Attorney?
Vener Bakiran.
Bakiran.
Oh. For RCMG, I have Attorney Edward Dibuco. For MISTG, I have Criden Balgomera.
Criden Balgomera.
And for internal administration group, Your Honor, I have Mike Fermin, Your Honor.
Anim na yun, anim na. And the assistant commissioner is?
And the assistant commissioner, Your Honor, is Attorney Vincent Philip Maronilla.
The assistant commissioner is lower than deputy commissioners.
There is the same level, Your Honor.
Same level din? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Bakit, can you explain to me bakit iba yung position designation, Mr. President?
It was a director position before, Your Honor, but it was upgraded by an EO, Your Honor, and that's why the assistant commissioner position came to be, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hindi ko na po ulitin yung mga issues ni Senator Tulfo. Basta at least alam nyo na maraming mga issues na concerning the Bureau of Customs, Mr. President. Ang gusto lang namin maintindihan ng mas malalim talaga itong ating National Single Window topic. Kasi even the pending bill dito on anti-smuggling, the enhanced anti-smuggling bill, mentions or requires the effective implementation of the national single window. So, yan ba? Okay, sige. Anyway, andun po sa draft po ng ating author po yun, Senator Cynthia Villar. Ito po yung under an injunction from a court.
Yes, Your Honor.
What are the terms of the injunction order, Mr. President? Anong pagkasabi, you're a party to the case, ini-enjoin kayo from certain actions. Ano po ang sinabi ng korte para maintindihan po natin?
The decision issued by RTC Branch 47 on February 22,
47 of
Manila, Your
Manila,
Honor,
okay.
declared as illegal the procurement of extended support and maintenance of electronic to mobile application for the BOC and all other similar projects. And this order expanded the original date of execution to include even the sourcing of foreign funds, Your Honor.
So, so ruling na? May decision na? Is that the decision?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, under appeal?
Yes, Your Honor. We filed an appeal by certiorari on June 6, 2022 before the Supreme Court to challenge this order, Your Honor.
Ito kasi, just to talk about this National Single Window Program, no, ito yung ating Senate bill. Bill pa po ito. Nakasulat dito, under, this is the last paragraph of section 5 ba to? 5, Mr. President. Hindi, 4. I think it's basta page 7 of the bill. No? The BOC and all trade regulatory agencies shall fully implement the National Single Window Program as originally mandated in Executive Order Number 482 Series of 2005 within 90 days from the effectivity of this Act. Nagtitake advantage lang ako sa presence mo, Commissioner, and in the BOC. Ano, if we pass this into law, can we comply?
The BOC, sir, you can comply.
Pero, you can implement the National Single Window Program?
We actually, Your Honor, we're already live with the TradeNet, but we need the other agencies to be onboarded on the TradeNet portal so that we can now communicate and interact, exchange via the TradeNet portal, Your Honor.
Sige po. Ang problem kasi dun sa bill namin sa anti-smuggling, parang hindi, the BOC did not take an active role during the discussion of the bill. Actually, yung bill, yung original form ng bill, Mr. Commissioner, just to inform you and your entire agency, no? Sampal sa Bureau of Customs yung original bill eh. Kasi anti-smuggling ang topic, never kayo minention doon. Hindi kayo sinali sa enforcement group. Nothing. Doon sa original, so it was really a very negative commentary on the performance of the Bureau of Customs. Kaya nga ayusin pa namin yun. You should be there. Ipalalagay namin yung Bureau of Customs. But I'm just telling you, sa original bill talagang tinanggal ang Bureau. Walang trust. Walang trust. Sabi ko, balik naman natin because kailangan naman nandun ang Bureau of Customs. So, you heard the, my observation as to the evolution of the draft of the bill. I'm telling you this, then crack the whip po sa agency nyo, Mr. Commissioner. At ganyan na po yung umabot na tayo sa punto na yung image, ganun na po. Anti-customs na, anti-smuggling na bill. No mention of the Bureau of Customs. Sige nga, can I get the reaction from the Commissioner?
We support the anti-smuggling, the amendment to the Anti-Smuggling Act, Your Honor. And thank you for the amendment. We will come.
Pag sinabing smuggling, logic tells us may rule si Customs, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. We play,
An important role.
yeah, part of our mandate is to curb and eradicate smuggling in all forms, Your Honor.
First draft, you were not even mentioned there sa first draft ng bill. Just to tell you, yung the level of the trust. So, ano po, i-recover natin yun, i-redeem natin yun, ibalik natin yung tiwala sa Bureau of Customs. Okay?
I will do my best, Your Honor.
Anti-smuggling equals Bureau of Customs. Dapat ganun. Okay. Kasi daw ang sagot sa akin, bakit wala Bureau of Customs dito eh? I think you are supposed to implement the existing anti-smuggling laws. Tama ba? And then zero convictions pa after 7 years. And then alam naman natin sa mga kaliwat kanan, marami pang smuggling. That's the reason given to me. I'll give you a chance to react, Commissioner.
We are now in close coordination with DOJ, Your Honor, and we have, in my recollection, 3 convictions.
Three recent convictions. Tama.
I'll check on the record, Your Honor.
Tignan nyo lang, baka this might be recent convictions. Siguro nung hinihiring yung bill, tapos sinulat yung bill, wala pa siguro, 0 pa po talaga. Okay, can we have an update on the 3 convictions? When did we secure the judgments of conviction? Kahit yung years lang po, yung time period lang, para lang ma-reconcile ko sa mind ko na this must be more recent than the bill, than the filing of the bill.
The first one, Your Honor, is May 23, and the other one is April 23, and the other one is July 2021.
Years yung 23, year yun, 2023.
2022, Your Honor.
So isang 2022, dalawang 2023.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige po. Baka naging too late the hero yung dalawang 2023 convictions. But at least the commissioner is reporting na mayroong convictions. Contrary to the report na 0 talaga, 0 convictions. Okay. So Mr. President, on your field positions, you only mayroon kayong field versus authorized. According to our majority leader, you have 2,761 positions unfilled. Ang dami po nun. Kasi ang authorized ninyo, 6,264. Mga thereabouts, Mr. President. Can we explain the high number of unfilled positions?
Just, Your Honor, may I just interject very quickly? The numbers that I mentioned was based on the DOF budget hearing, October 2, 2023. It's 2,761. But also based on DBM staffing summary, which was also forwarded to us, it's 2,711. So the latest is 2,761. But the commissioner can also clear this unfilled position. But let me also state a fact that right now, 1 out of 10 authorized positions in government are still unfilled. Thank you. Please proceed, Commissioner.
Yes, Commissioner.
Your Honor, total authorized is 6,285.
85.
The field position is 3,750 and the unfilled is 2,535.
Okay.
And we have 894 under contract of service. As for the Bureau's efforts to fill its vacant positions, it can be noted that from January to October this year, I issued 639 appointments. The breakdown is 327 due to promotion and 312 due to hiring or transfer. While at least 200 positions, mostly entry level, are expected to be filled before the end of 2023. These positions are included in the 790 positions published from January to November 2023. Relatedly, Your Honor, although a blanket authority to fill vacant positions was issued to BOC, the Department of Budget and Management only allows 30% budget utilization for unfilled civilian positions per year, which may be included in the miscellaneous personal benefits fund under the personal services cost subject to DBM's approval.
So thank you for the response from our Commissioner. Ang budget po kasi ninyo, our under committee report is 3.89 billion pesos. You have a Philippine Customs Modernization Project. Is that correct, Commissioner?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that funded under this budget in the GAA or is that through some other source of funds?
Part of it, Your Honor.
Part of it, how much po? How much of it? Teka, para klaro. The Philippine Customs Modernization Project is projected to cost in total how much?
I'll check my records, Your Honor.
Sige, if the staff can check muna, then magkano yung ibabaro natin and then magkano na dun sa domestic o locally funded natin ang nasa budget ng 2024. Pero ang tanong ko muna kay Commissioner while the support staff are looking for the figures, what do we hope to achieve, Mr. Commissioner, from our Philippine Customs Modernization Project? Yun muna, ano po ang mga pagbabago na pwede natin asahan?
With the Customs Modernization, Your Honor, we will be fully digitalized, and we will lessen face-to-face transactions, and it will be more transparent considering that we can with the fully digitalized system, we can easily monitor all transactions and other processes that involve our agency, and we will be able to lessen the customs process time, Your Honor.
So para kang may dashboard dyan, real time yung mga figures na lumalabas dyan.
Yes, Your Honor.
So ganun ka high-tech. Okay. So when did we launch this project, Mr. President, Philippine Customs Modernization Project? Kailan natin ito inumpisahan?
We started it 2020, Your Honor.
2020?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
When is it expected to be completed?
As per timeline, Your Honor, it should be finished by 2024.
So do we expect it to be completed by 2024?
No, Your Honor, because due to due to the injunction, Your Honor, we are, one of the component is affected by the injunction, Your Honor. The customs processing system, Your Honor.
Customs. So ang customs processing system is part of the national single window. Yung injunction ba? We're talking about that injunction in the national single window?
Yes, Your Honor.
So what is that component? Balik?
Customs processing system, Your Honor.
O di ba mabigat yun? Di ba yun yung that's the heart and soul?
Yes, that's
Okay. Customs processing system. So, okay. You have the National Single Window Program. You have the Philippine Customs Modernization Project. Naka-injunction itong program hagip ang isang component ng Philippine Customs Modernization Project. Tama pa yan? In short, yan yung facts natin?
With our modernization, Your Honor, yes. But with the national single window, Your Honor, that there's already an existing system now, which is the TradeNet, Your Honor. So if the other agencies will onboard the TradeNet, then it will be fully implemented, Your Honor. It is just waiting for the other agencies to be onboarded and be connected to the TradeNet to have our national single window, which is the TradeNet, Your Honor.
Okay.
What is
Ba't may TRO pa tayong pinag-uusapan
we
sa
are prevented
project?
on the enhancement of our system, enhancement or even the procurement of the CPS, Your Honor. Because originally our E2M was based on the old law, which is the TCCP. So we have to upgrade it to accommodate the new our CMTA, Your Honor. However, we were because of that injunction, Your Honor, we are precluded from doing so, Your Honor.
Is it a separate case or the same case na pinag-usapan natin?
It's the same case, Your Honor, but as I said a while ago, Your Honor, the scope of the injunction was expanded to even include all modernization of the Bureau of Customs, Your Honor.
Sige po. Siguro, Mr. President, kasi madadamay talaga yung budgets ng ibang ahensya kung talagang busisiin natin ito. Siguro, I will just file a resolution for the proper Senate committee to fully investigate what's happening with this National Single Window Program and the Philippine Customs Modernization Program, plus a general oversight na rin on what's happening with the Bureau of Customs, and why it reached the point where it has been omitted altogether from an anti-smuggling bill, Mr. President. So, yun ang general tenor siguro ng ating, sir, i-hearing na lang po ng proper committee po ng Senado. Which is, anyway, naman yun this is consistent with the oversight function of the Senate. Mag-oversight function na po tayo sa Bureau of Customs to find out. We really need time kasi to understand what is happening. Tapos para hindi po madamay yung ibang mga ahensya. Okay, Commissioner, that's our plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
We do that na lang po. Wag nyo kami indyanin dun sa hearing na yun.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi maganda sa budget, talagang persado kayong pumunta eh. Pero, ayun siguro kailangan natin ilagay under oath ito, Mr. President, kung talagang, but we trust.
No need, Your Honor, I will attend, Your Honor.
Yes, we trust you. With together with the leadership of the,
Yes, Your
Sige
Honor.
ba? Anyway, naman to, we're doing this to help our country. Yeah? We help you, we help our country.
Yes, Your Honor.
Dami natin pinasok na treaty. The RCEP, the success of RCEP is dependent on how honest and efficient and modern our Customs Bureau is. Do you agree with that, Commissioner?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kaya nga natuwa ako nung sinabi mo dito, lessen customs process time. Unfortunately, naka-injunction. One feature ng RCEP yun, actually. Sinorten yung mga period to decide, nandun eh. So, well, we have to really make our custom system work, our bureau very efficient, and sana modern, kung di world class is lagyan ko na lang Asia class. Kasi ganyan, sometimes ganyan ako mag-isip, baka Pag sinabi mo world class, sobrang yabang natin. At least Asia class. I mean, are we a member of the World Customs Organization?
Yes, Your Honor.
For how long already?
From inception, Your Honor.
Ano yun, year, more or less? Anong year?
Ni- 1952, Your Honor.
From inception, di ba, search na lang namin sa... What benefits have we gotten because of our membership with the World Customs Organization? Positive ba influence natin sa kanila? I mean,
Yes.
good practices na kuha natin?
Yes, Your Honor. Through them, Your Honor, they conduct capacity building with our complement for employees, and also they share their best practice, Your Honor. So a lot of some of their systems were adopted by the BOC to improve our processes, Your Honor.
Isulat na lang natin. At siguro in my next questions, ipasulat ko na lang po in written na lang sa BOC. Like, what are these lessons that we have anong tawag mo doon, benefited from our membership in the World Customs Organization? Sulat nyo na lang
Yes,
po.
Your Honor.
Ano yung sinabi nyo best practices na in-adapt ninyo? At
Yes.
isulat na lang po.
Under anti-smuggling drives, Your Honor, we get to understand other modus or other form of concealing.
Yes, okay.
Your Honor.
Parang nag-exchange of information.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige po, yung siguro more in writing na lang po, you have the authority to grant an informer's reward. Bigyan nyo na lang kami ng ano dyan, maybe a report on magkano sa budget ninyo you set aside for that, magkano ang mga expenditure ninyo charged to that amount, yung mga sale natin of smuggled and confiscated goods na you talked about with Senator Tulfo. Ano ba yung goods na sinisist na pwedeng ibenta? Kasi may goods din na hindi mo pwedeng ibenta. Kailangan mo yatang sirain. So, in writing na lang, Commissioner.
He will do that, Your Honor.
And then, there are also allegations of course, yung corruption, automatic naman, but nepotism, mga ganun. So, if you can just tell us, in writing na lang po, how do you plan to eliminate red tape? Ano ba tong, is this allegation that there is nepotism in the agency? Sagutin na lang po natin ito. And, more or less, yun lang po yung in writing na gusto ko pong sagutin ninyo. Ito na lang, last point ko on with the customs. You have confidential fund in the amount of 69.5 million in our committee report. Yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Bakit nyo po kailangan ito, Mr. Commissioner? Bakit nyo po kailangan ito, Mr. Commissioner?
Your Honor, that is basically used for us to strengthen our anti-smuggling drive, Your Honor. At times, with the country being an archipelago, Your Honor, we have to protect our borders, and protecting our borders, there are other ways of bringing imported articles from other countries, and that doesn't pass through our regular ports. So at times we need funds to provide for our water patrol boats to be able to protect our borders, Your Honor. We conduct also surveillance, and part of its, Your Honor, is we also conduct through my visitorial powers, Your Honor, we can visit warehouses outside custom zone to verify and check if imported articles are stored there and there are no that these articles have not been paid with correct duties and taxes, Your Honor. So we also use some of the funds for intelligence gathering, Your Honor.
Do you submit accomplishment report on the usage of the confidential fund?
Yes, Your Honor.
To what office?
We submitted to Commission on Audit, Your Honor.
Do you submit to the Senate President?
We submitted to the Department of UF, Your Honor.
I think kasi we have a standing committee on the oversight of CIF, and then sabi namin doon, all agencies receiving CIF must submit a report. So please,
Yes, Your Honor. We also submitted
please submit a report. Anyway,
Senate, Your Honor.
check ko naman yun sa office ni SP.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that means, I'll just take advantage of your presence, Commissioner. Igagawin lang kitang resource person on a bill, on this anti-smuggling bill na, sabi mo you visit the warehouses outside of the customs premises, di ba? Outside of the ports na to, di ba? You visit warehouses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you search them or you just visit them? May diferensya ba dun sa dalawa? Is your visit automatically a search?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you secure a search warrant before you visit and search?
No, I issue a letter of authority, Your Honor, under the CMTA, the Commissioner's visitorial power, in which I'm authorized to deputize any of my officers to implement the letter of authority, Your Honor.
Yes, but ang gamit ninyo sa customs, the word visit is the same as search?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano lang yan, para yung inputs mo para ginagamit ko na for the anti-smuggling bill. Because kasi ang understanding ko kasi sa constitution natin, no search unless there's a warrant. Okay. So, well, I'll just pursue a deeper study of practice. Kasi kinikwento mo kasi, kinukuha ko sa inyo yung practice the actual practice. Yeah. This has nothing to do with your budget and already, but I thank you for your forthrightness, your very frank answer na in practice ganun ang ginagawa nyo. And that's how the customs thinks na yung power mo sa CMTA to issue letters of authority pursuant to your visitorial power, in your execution of that, you conduct actual search. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you for that. So that would be all for the customs, Mr. President. So papalitan na muna natin siya with who is the highest ranking representative of the, unahin ko muna itong very simple question ko lang po, just for my education. Insurance Commission. Si Attorney Balmes, Alika Eric, I just want to talk to you. Oh, teka. Dito. Attorney Eric Balmes is the representative. It's about your budget. Ito yung 6,000 year after year after year. Explain ko tayo. Diba?
Suspend session for a minute.
Ito out of ano lang to, out of curiosity, year after year after year after year, we appropriate the amount of 6,000 pesos. Nasa budget po yan, lumalabas. 6,000 pesos for the insurance commissioner. Can my good friend Attorney Balmes give me an explanation? Kasi, why? Why do we do this year after year after year after year, Mr. President?
Good afternoon, Mr. President, Mr. Senator. The IC's budget allocation of 6,000 pesos under the GAA corresponds to the minimum amount per program, activity, and project, or PAP, that can be augmented by the DBM. The DBM allows augmentation to the original budget allocation of certain agencies provided they meet specific criteria or requirements. In the case of the Insurance Commission, sir, the DBM has determined that a minimum amount of 1,000 pesos per PAP can be augmented. In relation to that, IC's PS expenses are covered by the Freenet Fund or SAGF 152, while our MOOE and capital outlay requirements are financed through the insurance fund under SAGF 151, sir.
So that means kung 6,000 yun, you have 6 PAPs.
Yes, sir.
Can you mention them? What are these 6 PAPs na linalagyan natin ng 1,000 per PAP so that, and the purpose is so that you can, through your corporate decision-making process, augment them.
Yes, sir.
Can you mention the 6 PAPs?
First, there will be licensing. Then there will be policy, formulation. Yes, sir. Ito. Sorry, sir. That will be policies, rules, and regulations. Number 2 is licensing of insurance, pre-need, HMO entities, and related services. Number 3 is the examination of insurance, pre-need, and HMO entities, and evaluation of financial reports. Number 4 is the review and approval of premium rates, investments, reinsurance treaties, facultative placements, and products. Next will be adjudication of claims, complaints, and mediation of disputes. And the last one will be general administration support, or GAS.
So thank you. The reason why I'm asking you just now is because I wasn't able to attend the committee hearing for the insurance. So yun pala. So that's why that's been happening for decades already. So thank you for that. Thank you to the representative of the Insurance Commission, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir.
Is the Bureau of Treasury here, Mr. President? Bureau of Treasury? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you state your name, sir? And
Sir, Deputy Treasurer Ruben Santa Ana.
Where's the treasurer?
Our OIC is in San Francisco for the Philippine Economic Briefing.
Sige, sir. Medyo nagulat ako when I looked at your budget kasi it's 4.18 billion pesos in our committee report. Even larger than the Office of the Secretary, which is at 970 million pesos. Can you explain to us how your budget works, Mr. President?
Madam President, Your Honor, the BTR plays dual hat, so to speak, sir. One as a regular agency, whereby we have our own personnel, PS, MOO, and capital outlay as an agency. And secondly, we also play the role of a national to host several items in the budget for the national government.
Host?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean, sir?
Sir, actually, the amount that you mentioned, 4.227 billion, 3 billion of which roughly is for the national government.
In what sense is, ano ba, 3 or 3.6? 3? How much of that is for the national government, and in what sense is it for the national government?
Your Honor, under the NEP, the grand total is 4.227 billion.
Nababaan na po yun, sir, sa committee report namin. 4.18 na. Are you aware of that? Tama? Nababaan?
Oh, sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's 4.183.
Yes.
And out of which we have 3.038 billion for the national government account.
Yes, for the national government account. Sige, ano po, very opaque kasi yung yung operations po ninyo, just forgive us for our very basic questioning, but we all want to understand the budget that we are approving, Mr. President. What does that mean for the national government account? What accounts?
Sir, this includes the ICF or International Commitment Funds, and these are subscriptions or quota requirements for the World Bank group, which is the IBRD, International Development Association, IDA, and the IFC, and including the IFAD, sir.
So we pay them?
Yes, sir.
Kasi expenditure ito eh. Gastos ito. National government spends 3 billion through the BTR. We pay what? Our memberships to organizations.
To the World Bank and other organizations, sir.
Can we get a breakdown na lang siguro?
We will submit, Your Honor. And we also have 2 billion in partial settlement scheme between the national government and the Bangko Sentral. And this is for the IMF revaluation. Your Honor, BSP represents the Republic in the International Monetary Fund, for which we maintain a certain quota requirement. So it's technically, or simply stated, it's also a subscription to the IMF. And this is in foreign currency, special drawing rights, that gets revalued every time. So every single time that there is a revaluation made by the IMF, if let's say there is a loss, or at least there is a revaluation loss that the BSP and the IMF compute, then the national government would have to pay up for that, because it is part of our quota commitment with the International Monetary.
What does that mean, yung quota commitment?
Sir, basically, it is it's to some extent, it's a subscription to us being a member of the IMF. So if ever...
yearly? Annual? We make annual payments?
The revaluation is annual, sir.
So it depends on the result of the revaluation.
Yes.
What affects the revaluation?
FX,
rate?
foreign exchange consideration.
The higher the peso to the dollar,
that's a gain for us.
the higher, no. Pag sinabi ko higher is, hindi. Sige, mali siguro ang terms ko. Sige, just explain it. Sige, how does FX affect the revaluation?
Sir, if the peso is stronger than the dollar, or if the peso appreciates, then that would be a gain for us. And if it depreciates, then we would have to pay up. We have to...
Ulit, if the peso appreciates, then we pay?
No, sir.
No, we don't.
We don't. If it reverses...
Yes, ano ba ang term? Devalues or depreciates? Anong
Depreciates.
Depreciates.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Versus the dollar, then we pay up.
So, may mga hidden effects pala yan, Mr. President, ha? Maybe sa budget, eh.
Yes.
3 billion na itong pinag-usapan. Siguro around 2 billion kasi siguro 1 billion naman dun sa quota requirements sa World Bank and the other agencies. Well, sabi nga, in the past few days, we learn something new every day, Mr. President. May epekto, may epekto. Unfortunately, the effect is already in the billions. Tama ba yan? Sige, 1 peso depreciation. Anong budgetary impact nito as far as BTR is concerned?
1 peso depreciation, let me just get the data, sir. Yung but that's in terms of interest. Okay, a 1 peso depreciation,
Quota requirement and permit.
Disbursements and disbursements.
okay. Sir, what we have here in terms of sensitivity analysis is that a peso depreciation would mean additional disbursement of about 3.6 billion pesos. And this is mostly reflected in terms of our interest payment because we have foreign currency denominated debt. And of course, our natural payments, I think cash flow is in pesos as well because of the taxes. So we would have to source foreign currency.
Interest payments are in the GAA.
Yes, sir.
And is the interest payments amount lodged with the BTR's budget? Hindi, di ba? Is it in your budget? In the 4.1? Hindi,
sir. So I'm just, Your Honor, I'm just...
No, I'm just talking about that component in your budget na sinasabi mong quota commitment because of the special drawing rights, para kang may commitment fees yata yan or what, for subscription fee. If the peso depreciates, it affects our subscription fee. Again, our quota commitment.
Yes, sir.
Example ko lang, a peso, 1 peso depreciation, how will that affect your budget? Your budget, yung nakalagay sa budget ninyo.
Your Honor, we can submit a specific impact of depreciation, but as I mentioned, it is not just a one-to-one correspondence between the peso and the dollar because it's a basket of currencies.
Yes, oo nga. Oo nga. Tapos, what if, okay, siyempre, ang nasa budget ninyo is a projection, may assumption tayo, right? May assumption. What if depreciation is worse than the assumption? Where will you get the extra funds that you need?
We're talking about the items in the 4 billion BTR budget.
Yes. In your quota, in the quota commitment, in the amount that you pay.
We would request a new budget for it. Kasi, Your Honor...
Is that fixed before the budget law? Alam na natin ang commitment for 2024. Hindi na magbabago yon.
Actually, sir, this is a revaluation from previous years.
So alam niyo na yung amount.
Okay. So there is already a computation by the Bangko Sentral, and that's what we program.
So you don't need any contingencies for that. Fixed na tong amounts na to.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. I think we at least that clarified some items or some issues. Okay na? So we think who's the new head of the Treasury?
We have officer in charge. That's Deputy Treasurer Sharon Almanza.
And she's the one she's with
In
the
San
president in San Francisco.
Yes, Your Honor.
May co-report pala kayo? Sandali. Saan dito?
COA report.
Wait a minute. May COA report daw tayo. Titignan po natin muna how significant it is.
Ito. Ha? Asan yun? That one is...
COA to ha?
Ito.
Okay. Marami po tayong tsaka malalaking amount, sir, ang sa COA natin, siguro just give me in writing yung ating, how do we address the issues raised by COA, especially itong unreconciled discrepancies between Bureau of Treasuries and the Privatization Management Office's interagency accounts of 18.18 billion pesos. Malaki halaga ito na hindi ma-reconcile ng COA. So, do you have already
We have a response, Your Honor. And we wrote Senator Angara on this. The discrepancy of 18.2 billion was due to the adjustments made by the Privatization Management Office in its books in 2022 based on the recommendation of the COA, and this was communicated later to the BTR. The BTR then coordinated with the PMO and requested copies of relevant documents to reconcile the accounts. Just this May 2023, the amount of 18.12 billion was adjusted and recognized in the BTR's book of accounts based on the documents provided by PMO. The remaining unreconciled discrepancy of about 0.08 billion will be adjusted once the PMO provides to us the additional relevant documents. This is the recognition of assets, no? That we should also be reflecting in our books. But, sir, It just so happened that these documents were not transmitted to us by the PMO. But now we're reconciling po.
Is this a new, COA observation or year after year na ito lumalabas po? Oo. Bago lang ba? Once ito or even the past COA reports?
This was a new finding by COA, and I was just told that we have fully reconciled that entire amount, sir.
Huli na.
Opo.
After 30 seconds, ano na kagad solve? No, but if that's the truth, tama, okay lang yun. No, you give us the, as of this moment, status, Mr. President. Your total MOE of 711 million, 60%, 60% of your total MOE, which is 711 million, was spent only for two items. Bank transaction fee, 550 million, and then repairs and maintenance, 161 million. So, have you prepared your response to this?
Yes,
Sige,
Your Honor.
sige, Metas will give it to us.
Sir, 550 million of the 711 million refers to bank transaction fees. This actually started in 2014 when we adopted the Treasury Single Account, whereby we got away from the float system, whereby when revenues are collected and deposited in the banks get to keep the money for several days, maybe 10, 15 days in their accounts, and of course there's opportunity cost of this money. So we transitioned in 2014 to a fee-based scheme, whereby all OTC payments of payments to government made in banks will be compensated by a fee of 40 pesos. So,
avoiding the float, ganun?
Avoiding the float. So we're totally fee-based now, and that accounts for the 550 million in that MOOE account, Your Honor.
If we consider the float as opportunity lost, that would be more than 550 million?
Yes.
This is per year?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, mas alam niyo yan. Bisa sa akin. So you adjusted your practice, parang ganun. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So thank you to the Bureau of Treasury, and we wish your head the best while she is assisting our president. So, Mr. President, who's representing the Office of the Secretary? Ano ba tanong mo sa OSEC? Magkano? Ito, okay na to. Talagang, malaki ba traveling niya? Lumaki? Ma'am,
good afternoon.
yes, ma'am, please state your name for the record.
I'm Undersecretary Catherine Fong.
Ma'am Fong. The OSEC has CIF, Confidential Intelligence Fund.
1 million. Yes, Madam President, we have a CIF, DOF has a CIF of 1 million pesos.
Bakit pa? Bakit niyo pa gusto maging controversial, Mr. President? Anong surveillance gagawa niyo? Kasi yung budget circular kasi, yung circular says CIF, CF, confidential, your civilian kasi, so confidential spent for surveillance activities meant to strengthen the operations of the agency, mandate of the agency.
Madam President, Your Honor, it's for the facilitating swift and vital information gathering in case of, in terms of addressing economic vulnerabilities and safeguarding national financial security.
Lahat kasi kino-connect na natin sa security, national security. Sana I just make an appeal to the Secretary, just give that up para wala na tayong issue. Nadadamay lang po yung inyong Department of Finance, 1 million pesos sa CIF, Mr. President.
Madam President, the Secretary of Finance has already agreed to give up the CIF in the in the House of Representatives.
So congratulations to the DOF. So we will add you to the list of those who should be emulated, Mr. President. There's a COA finding of a non-remittance of dividends of 18 GOCCs to the tune of 1.69 billion pesos. Can we just be enlightened? Ano po tong issue na to? Non-remittance ba to? And then, ano pa, in addition to that, may non-assessment of estimated penalties, Mr. President. Sige. Yes, ma'am. Can we get your reaction?
Madam President, since the COA audit observations for calendar year 2022, there has been a total collection of 556.5 million from the following GOCCs, 376.97 million from PISAM, 70.22 million from National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation, 42.62 million from the National Electrification Administration, and 66.69 million from Mactan Cebu International Airport Authority.
Okay, pero may balance pa po, no? So
Yes,
so we acknowledge the finding that there is really a non-remittance of dividends. Pero anong excuse? What is our excuse? The substance. Why were dividends not remitted?
Madam President, we actively pursue the collection of dividends from GOCCs, but in certain cases, the GOCCs have cash constraints, so they ask for flexible payments for them to be able to comply with the dividend collection. And the majority of the 18 GOCCs referred to in the co-observation pertain to those either with cash constraints, have legal concerns on the application of the dividend law. Some GOCCs contest the application of the dividend law to them, or they contest the dividend computation. Yes, or some have been abolished, under abolition, or inactive.
Pero yung abolish, dapat hindi na kinonsider ng ng COA, kinonsider pa rin yun.
Yes.
So, so at kung ganun, siguro we just have to appeal to COA kasi forever nasa books, nasa findings po sa inyo yun.
Yes, sir. Madam President, so because sometimes, for Your Honor, sometimes a GOCC has already been abolished but not liquidated. So may mga
So retained pa siya as if yung disputed po, yung application of the dividends law, what government agency is expected to resolve that dispute between DOF and the GOCC? Parehong gobyerno yun eh.
Yes.
In certain cases, we look to OGCC, the statutory council for the for the specific GOCC. Sometimes as DOF, we go to DOJ to get the legal opinion of DOJ. So, case to case.
So how long has this dispute been ongoing?
Matagal.
5 years, 10 years? Kasi yun ang
Madam President, since the implementation of the dividend law, so some GOCCs have been
year po yun?
contesting 1993.
1993. Kasi kung nalaman ko lang ito earlier, ay sorry pala kasi na-defer pala kayo. Kasi we could have confronted the agencies na who should render the opinion.
Yes,
Diba, to resolve this with finality, imagine mo, papatagal pa rin yung gobyerno yun eh. Diba, kung ma-advise lang naman, no? Diba, ang authority natin dyan, the law office of the government is the OGCC yata for the GOCCs, di ba? And for the national government agencies, is it the Solgen?
DOJ po.
Is that the DOJ? DOJ, oh. So, dapat na ano natin sila na, anyway, render opinions. Kung parehong opinion ninyo, then the government entity must accept that as the correct ruling. Pagka magkaiba ang opinion niya, then we have a problem. Pero there is a way to resolve that. Siguro all the way to the Presidential Legal Counsel siguro yan to advise them. Well, at any rate, I am surprised to hear that as one of the reasons, and then I am more surprised that this has been an issue since 1993.
Yes po.
So, the secretary is also in San Francisco.
Yes po.
So, we wish him all the best. Wala na akong tanong kasi ginibap na ninyo yung CIF ninyo. Imagine mo.
Yes.
My next 10 questions are worth the 1 million CIF. So we saved 1 hour because of that 1 million, the giving up of 1 million CIF, Mr. President. So thank you to the OSEC. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you po.
Sino ang last ko? Last ka na? Sino na? I think BIR, hindi, before I go to the BIR, mas mabigat kasi ito. Can we talk to the, can we ask questions to the Privatization and Management Office, which will receive 102 million pesos? Sige, ma'am, may we get your name and position po?
Madam Chair, I am Attorney Maan, Doctor. I am the Chief Privatization Officer of the PMO.
Espanyera, welcome. Ito lang po yung concern ko. Ang PMO is governed by a collegial body, right? Tama ba?
I am the head of agency, sir, and I am assisted by 4 deputy privatization officers.
Wala bang council yan to...
We are supervised by the Privatization Council headed by the Secretary of Finance as the chairman.
Okay, who makes the decision for the PMO? The council?
Yes.
Then you execute it?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Ito po yung concern ko din sa Maharlika law natin eh. Republic Act number 11954. Article 10, Section 51, Paragraph C. Ito po yung appropriations natin, no? A portion of the national government capital contribution, either through subscription of common shares or of preferred shares, under Section 6 hereof, shall be sourced from the following: A, B, and C. The C mentions your agency. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Madam Chair.
DOF PMO proceeds from the privatization of government assets, the amount of which shall be determined by the Privatization Council, subject to budgeting, accounting, and auditing laws, rules, and regulations, subject to the conditions provided under Section 6 of this Act. Open-ended siya eh. Okay. Has the PMO already planned for this provision in the Maharlika law? And then, what government assets have you identified the proceeds of which, from privatization, you will most likely contribute to the Maharlika capital contribution, Mr. President?
Madam Chair, it is the Privatization Council who will identify what properties being managed and administered by the PMO, which will be contributed to the Maharlika Fund. It is also the Privatization Council who will determine the amount if it will come from the proceeds of the sale, Madam Chair. But as of now, Madam Chair, as of the moment, Madam Chair, the Privatization Council has not yet instructed PMO to identify properties to be contributed to the fund, Madam Chair.
So, kahit tanungin kita, what would be the universe of the possible assets? Wala, you cannot answer us. Wala pa, kahit yung first step na yun? Do you have already as of today, a listing of all government assets, ano tawag mo doon? Intended for privatization?
Madam Chair, we have 27,000 properties being managed by the PMO. So out of those 27,000, any of those can be contributed depending on the instructions of the PRC as long as it is in line with the mandate of the Maharlika Corporation, Madam Chair.
So 27,000 yung inyo nasa database na ninyo. Intended for privatization to. All government assets. Ganun ba yun?
Yes, yes, Madam Chair. For this position, as long as it is considered a non-performing asset, transferred to the PMO from other government agencies, which designated PMO as its disposition entity, Madam Chair.
So we have an estimate siguro of the market value as of the moment of the 27,000?
None, Madam Chair, because we base our the status of the valuation of the properties based on its market value. So there are properties with which we valued way back, but we also have current valuation. But as to determine the total amount of the 27,000, we do not have, Madam Chair.
Why? Are you not assisted by a computerized system?
We base our valuation, Madam Chair, based on current fair market value. So I cannot say as of the moment what is the current value of all those assets, Madam Chair.
O di as of January 1, 2023, kaya mo?
No, Madam Chair.
Why?
We're not able to determine the appraised value of the 27 properties every year, Madam Chair.
Market value. Oh, tama, appraised market value. So we do not do it, we do not do this.
We appraise the properties if it is ready for disposition, Madam Chair. And we also follow the procurement law in hiring our appraiser to determine the fair market value, Madam Chair.
So, wala sa budget ninyo yun, sa 102 million? You cannot get an appraiser?
Madam Chair, our budget only pertains to personnel, a little MOOE, and a capital outlay. For the appraisal of our property, that comes from our retention fund based on our EO. And some other assets have pending cases which make it hard to dispose, Madam Chair.
Sige, we can separate those with pending cases and those without pending cases, di ba?
Yes, Madam Chair. We also do that to identify which assets which will be disposed first.
Kaya na ninyo. I mean, alam nyo, list A, those with pending cases. List B, with no pending cases. Meron na kayo nun, dapat. Ngayon, you should know that, di ba?
Yes, Madam Chair. We have that in our database.
Yung those without cases, meron ka ng market value nila?
None, Madam Chair.
None at all. So for Maharlika, have we prioritized the 27,000? This is for Maharlika, or potentially for Maharlika? Wala?
Not yet, Madam Chair, since Maharlika is not yet in operation, Madam Chair.
Yeah, but may law na kaya pinoint out ko yung
Yes.
dapat nagre-ready na kaya. Anyway, I am not in favor. I did not vote for that law anyway. Pinapa-invalidate ko pa nga sa Supreme Court So okay. I'm glad to hear that you are not that organized. Okay? But I think you should organize your office because ilang years na ba itong office nyo?
Since
how many years ilang taon na po itong office ninyo? 20 years na? 30 years na?
2022?
23
years, Madam
23
Chair.
years old. Sige po,
Madam Chair.
No, I am glad because I'm against Maharlika. But at the same time, I'm sad because you're a government agency na sana efficient po kayo. Sana kung may nagtatanong tayo na mga ganyan at at the click of a button, kuha na ninyo yung data na yun.
Madam Chair, for 2024, we have identified assets for disposition and we already have value for that.
Sige, report us.
How
many? Of the 27,000, how many ang planned disposition? Sige, na. Kahit hindi mo na pangalanan what property,
Yes.
how many?
We have identified 279 parcels of land and one building with a value of 1.4 billion, Madam Chair.
So theoretically ba, once you succeed in the privatization, the proceeds of 1.4, theoretically you can entertain this as the capital contribution of the national government to Maharlika?
Not necessarily, Madam Chair. If the Privatization Council will identify these assets to be contributed to the Maharlika Fund, then it will go to that fund, Madam
Correct.
Chair.
Theoretic.
If not,
Yes.
it will go directly to the BTR, Madam Chair.
Yes, okay. Kaya nga, ganun nga. So theoretically also, yes, depends on the decision of the council. Okay. But, so yan na yun. That's the entire 2024, plan or program. Okay, 270 plus properties will be privatized to the tune of more or less generating proceeds of 1.4 billion. Hindi na tayo magugulat na all of a sudden 3 billion yung inyong na-privatize. So more or less, yan na yung plan for the year of 2024.
Yes, Madam Chair.
At least na klaro. Because during the plenary kasi, hindi klaro. Because, well, at any rate kasi kinat naman ng majority kasi yung period for interpellation sa Maharlika. Kaya hindi ko na siguro na itanong. Ayan, Mr. President.
Mr. President, may I be corrected? We have identified some assets for to be possible assets to be contributed to the Maharlika Fund, but we need instructions from the PRC that these assets will go to the Maharlika or the proceeds of the same, Mr. President.
Ano PRC? PRC?
Privatization Council.
Okay, may R kayong siningit na kaya ako nalilito. Okay, the privatization cut. Okay, so hindi pa, parang ano pa lang yan, preliminary determination niya, wala pang official act to really target them as the assets to be privatized and then the proceeds of which you will contribute.
Yes, Mr. President.
Sige, thank you for the inputs, Mr. President. So that would be all for the privatization and management office, Mr. President. So, is the crop insurance here? Sabay, is the crop insurance here? Saan ba sila? Philippine Crop Insurance, yes, sir. Sige, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Jovi Bernabe, sir, President of PCIC.
Attorney?
Yes, sir.
Ano ang Attorney Jovi?
Jovi Bernabe, sir.
Yes, Attorney Jovi Bernabe. Kala ko, sir, sa agriculture kayo namin mamimit dito pala sa so this is very a critical component in our food productivity strategy. Kasi dapat mayroong confidence yung mga natin, di ba? Farmers and fisher folk na should the calamity happen, at least meron po tayong insurance system. So, how much are we appropriating for as a budgetary, As a
Yes, sir.
as a
It's
budgetary
a way of government premium subsidy, sir.
Yes.
It's 4.5 billion pesos, sir.
Malaki-laki, sir. 4.5 billion pesos premium. Meaning to say, so it's a premium
to pay for the it's an allocation from the national government to pay for the premium free insurance coverage of the farmers, sir.
Yes, how many would be the beneficiaries?
For the 4.5 billion, it's around 2.3 million for 2024, sir. 2.3 million beneficiaries.
Ito po bang beneficiaries ay no, pero subsidy lang ito sa inyo. Wala kayong other sources of funds?
Well, once we cover them, sir, this subsidy will form part of our premium revenues. So it will form part of our corporate revenue already, sir. And then the corporate revenue, once there are claims coming from the farmers, we will be able to settle all their claims, sir.
How large is your fund to settle claims?
This 4.5 billion will be used to settle their claims, sir. So we expect that 4.5 billion will not be fully used up for the claims payments of the farmers. And so some part of it, sir, will be used for our MOE and some part for our personal services.
Pero wag hindi yun ang purpose. Ang purpose talaga natin, Pero anyway, tama, we are not praying for the calamities to happen, Pero
4.5 walang PS.
Wala kayong PS, sir? At Panyero, wala kayong PS?
We have a PS, sir, but it's being covered by our corporate operating fund, sir. We can submit to you our corporate operating budget. It's being submitted to the DBM, sir, and not to Congress, sir. Yes.
So, you cover 2.3 million farmers and fisher folk. Kasama fisher folk dito, farmers lang. Kasi crop to eh, crop.
It includes fisher folk only for those fishermen who have aquaculture ventures or businesses, sir. Not the fishermen who go out to the
Yes,
sea.
pero considered yun. Considered
Yes, sir.
yun. Okay. So 2.3 million of them. What is the standard terms of the insurance coverage?
So they get free insurance if it's a rice insurance, sir. The coverage for every hectare of land that the farmer owns or tills, if he just rents it, is 20,000 pesos, sir.
Okay.
Per crop season. So every year, if
For rice yun.
for rice, sir,
For
it
the
can be
other,
covered twice or
they can be
once.
covered twice
Yeah,
kasi
or once, sir.
two seasons. Okay, apa. Yung iba po, ano mga generally, may corn, kasama si corn.
Corn. Yeah, 60% of the budget really goes to the rice farmers because
Okay.
it's where the marginalized sector belongs, sir. Corn, we cover around 20% using the 4.5 billion budget, and then the rest, sir, will go to high value crops, a little
Lahat
for
yun.
fisheries.
Okay, lahat yun. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The farmers are in possession of the insurance contract, the coverage.
Yes, sir.
Meron sila.
It's being given to them once they enroll with us. We give them the insurance policy, sir.
So kung may bagyo, tamaan sila claim. Claim sila sa inyo. Directly with you.
Bagyo and natural calamities and pest and diseases, sir. We
Okay.
cover all of those perils, sir.
Okay, so kumusta po ang performance natin, Mr. President?
Well, I think we have been expanding our coverage every year in, year out, sir. Every year, last year we were able to cover not only coming from our GAA but also from other sources. Around 3.5 million farmers. This year, last year. For 2023, we will be able to cover around 4 million farmers. So we are expanding rapidly, sir.
So for next year, ang pag-compute natin sa government subsidy ninyo na 4.5 billion, ang assumed covered beneficiaries natin is 2.3 million.
Yes,
Tama.
sir.
But in reality, you will cover how many in year 2024?
Our target for 24, sir, we submitted that also, is around 3.9 million to 4 million farmers, sir.
Oh, nga. And then the subsidy, you can extend it to cover the 4 million na?
Yes, sir. Well, it's only for 2.3 million, but we also get other sources, sir. Like from the Coconut Trust Fund, we get their 200 million a year. So we will be able to cover 400,000 farmers there using the 200 million trust fund. And
Hindi, kasi we talked about the benefits pala ito, but the premium, is it fixed per farmer, per covered individual? Fixed ang premium?
Fixed per hectare, sir. Meaning, if a farmer has 2 hectares, we will be able, we will cover him with a 20,000 peso per hectare coverage. So if he has 2 hectares, that's 40,000 pesos. The government will pay 10% by way of premium. So it's gonna be going to be 4,000 pesos per farmer for a 2-hectare land.
So magandang database nyo. Yeah, but you should have a good database.
Well, our coverage really, sir, is based on the list of registered farmers, those who are registered in the registry system for basic sectors in agriculture. Yes, sir. It's composed of around 10.7 million farmers. It is being managed not by PCIC, sir, but by the Department of Agriculture.
So subset kayo. Basta you must belong, you must belong to that registry of the basic sectors in agriculture.
To get free insurance.
To qualify for this program. Okay.
The free insurance program.
Yes, itong free insurance. Unfortunately, you cannot accommodate them all kasi 10 million sila eh. Tama?
Well, only 7.6 million are qualified out of the 10.6 million because others there are just farm workers. They don't have,
So
they don't
7.6.
fill their own land.
Pero 4 million pa rin ang kaya nyong maximum i-cover. So meron talagang hindi mako-cover.
Yes, sir. We're short by around 10 billion pesos, sir, so that we can cover the 7.6.
So how do you choose? Do you rank them as to socioeconomic status? Yung pinaka mahirap muna ang unahin niyo?
Yes, we start with the most marginalized, those owning 1 hectare or tilling 1 hectare or less, and then the next 1.5 hectares, and then so on and so forth, sir, until we fully utilize the 4.5 billion, sir.
Sige, Mr. President, kasi kaya ako nagtatanong because this insurance system this crop insurance system must work to encourage, more people to devote to farm work, or itong fish pond raising kasi aquaculture ba sinabi niyo? Kasi kailangan may hindi lang yung may insurance system but it must work. I mean, kunyari may claim, sir. I mean, how fast is the the release of the benefits?
The law says we have to pay within 60 days, but we have a self-imposed deadline of 20 days, sir. So that's our standard, sir, that we have to comply with, sir.
Yan ang nakalimutan ko itanong sa Insurance Commission. Kaya in writing na lang ng Insurance Commission yung mga reklamo rin sa delay sa pag-claim. Which is good. Ito ang maganda sa Philippine Crop Insurance by law. Tapos by internal decision, sinorten pa ninyo.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you are able to comply.
75% last year we were able to comply, sir. The reason is because we want them to recover right away and replant if ever. If there's any chance for them to replant.
So, example lang natin, in 2022, since tapos na kasi yung calendar year na yun, how much government subsidy was given to your agency? 2022,
sir, it's 4.5.
Tama.
23 is same.
Okay, magkanong claims po?
For 22, it's
Yes, for 2022, tapos na taon eh. Kaya alam.
4.495 billion pesos. Almost 4.49.
4.49. So talagang tugman-tugma. Ganon tayo kagaling mag-budget.
Hindi naman. Actually, sir, that's just the budget from GAA, but the total premium payment that we receive, not only from the GAA but from other sources, is 6 billion pesos. So out of the 6 billion, the payment is 4.495 billion pesos, sir.
Okay.
So it's around 85% of our premium payments, sir. Premium revenue.
Maganda yung natulungan eh. Ilan po yun? Sige nga, para mo makita. Ilan po natulungan yun na farmer and fisher folk?
In terms of payments, sir, or coverage? Kasi, sir,
Tao.
We were able to cover more than 3 million, enroll more than 3 million farmers, but the claimants for 2022 numbered around 702,000, sir. Claimants.
Siyempre, ayaw naman natin lahat nga naman. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, nationwide, ano na yun.
Tsaka mga bankrupt.
Calamity and ano. So, ilan individuals?
702,000 for 2022, sir.
Okay.
Claimants.
700.
Those who were given...
Meron tayong claims na dinideny?
Yeah, there are a lot also.
A lot also?
Yes,
Bakit po?
Many, they are not enrolled because for one reason or the other, they were not able to enroll for that particular season. Some, sir, are really, they file claims, but yeah, they're not enrolled. And those also who don't have actual tilling of the land, sir. Actual farms that they till.
Kaya ako nagtanong kanina, the insurance coverage is evidenced by a by a document, right? By a contract pa siguro to. Is it a contract or is it just a certificate? What proves to the farmer or fisherman that he is covered by the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation?
Yes, an insurance policy, sir. But most of the time, they're not able to get that. We just endorse it to the municipal agricultural officer.
May I interject, Minority Leader, just one point with regard to this particular issue, because I come across the PIDS study that says not many farmers are actually aware of the services of PCIC. And I'm glad that the Minority Leader is asking questions now, because for me, it's also somehow something new, no? I was surprised, and I'm glad that the resource person made mention that their timeline is only processing times about 20 days lang, no?
Yes, sir.
20 days, oo. Kasi doon sa study, according to the study, yung nakuha kong article dito sa PIDS study, farmers do not trust the system because of the long process of the processing of claims. Some farmers are also unaware of the general benefits of insurance. Some are found to be dissatisfied with the amount of insurance cover. So, given this, I wanted to get the reaction of our resource person, considering that I'm glad that you made mention that the processing time is only about 20 days, but how do you really reach out to all possible beneficiaries, no? Kung kami nga dito sa Senado parang nagulat din na, oy, may ganun pala, sayang, no? And on the average, perhaps how much you pay as insurance benefits, kasi ito'y napakahalaga. In fact, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, this representation filed resolution number 549 on the state of government's agricultural insurance programs, given the massive loss that farmers experience from national calamity. So I'm hoping that we'll get some answers, Your Honor. Please.
Thank you, sir. Regarding the unawareness of the farmers in the country, we have, I think, that study, sir, was undertaken a long time ago when we were covering less than 1 million farmers during that time, sir. Right now, we are covering around 4 million farmers every year already, sir, which means that
What is the universe? I'm sorry.
the universe,
The universe is
under the registry being managed by the DA, it's around 10.7 million farmers.
10.7, but right now you managed to
Cover around 4 million.
cover 4 million.
Yes, sir. So
So almost 50%.
we have a good number of coverage already.
The study was held 2019, Your Honor. So it's not...
But they covered, sir, mga 2014 data, I think, or 2015.
is that right?
I think.
So siguro yung
we even
kami ng
Yes,
recent update
yes, sir.
on this regard, no? As mentioned earlier, this representation filed that Senate Resolution number 549 kasi yung massive loss that our farmers are experiencing from natural calamities. We're all aware we're being visited by at least 20 typhoons a year. Talagang mahalaga that these are all in place and effective.
Yes, sir.
So hihingi kami ng
Yes, sir.
kopya ng updated version ng report. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you, sir.
President. I think the minority leader is
He walked out on you. I think the majority leader.
I hope he's tired, Mr. President, but may I just ask for a minute suspension?
Talakayin.
Biggest destruction of dangerous drugs worth 1.3
Rebisahin. Opinyon. Malawaking. Aksyonan. Kasama si Rosel Lopez, ang inyong katropa sa pagbabalita. Dito lang sa Millennial Online TV. Tutok na, mga katropa!
Responsable ka ng gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba initin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
We're responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
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 Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot, mga katropa at kabangers. Tayo ituturo sa inyong mga One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay niyo, mga kagamers? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas. Ngayon na! Responsable ka ng gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya?
Tara at mamangha sa mga tanawin. Ano ba ang iyong travel rules? Dadalhin namin kayo. Sa unwind ventures at saya. Dito lang sa Wow Biyahe. Kaya wow, di ba?
Abangan dito lang sa Millennial Online TV. Binaigting, binalakas ang bagong news online TV ng bagong milenyo. Millennial Online TV, ang katropa mo sa pagbabalita. Mga milenyo, pagod ka na ba galing sa trabaho? At gutom na sa maghabong pagtatrabaho? Pero wala kang pagkain sa bahay? Narito na ang sagot mga katropa, ang super manok lechon. Napapawi sa inyong gutom at siguradong mapapa-analyze ka dahil sa tender juicy na jam mo pa at siguradong malinis at bagong katay buhat sa farm. Kaya super masalasa at pangmasa pa. Ano pa hinihintay niyo mga katropa? Takbo na sa Super Manok Panteño Siniluan at bumili na. Baka maabusan ka, katropa.
Sa aking pagtanda, unawain mo sana ako ang pagpasensya.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit pao-pagaw, ay ginatang tulakaw, sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi.